Ready. I'm mildewed. I'm so ready.
Okay, everybody, you heard it here first. Flashsteroid is mildewed because he's so ready.
So ready.
And
Ready
you got the
as
Dork
us.
Table here on the RealLibertyMedia.com channel 3 and all kinds of other dorkular places. And yeah, I'm Grammy Mary, and that's Flashsteroid, and he's mildewed.
Yo. Hey, dorks and dorkettes out there in RLM land.
And Dorkular land and all that other fun stuff.
No, I try to leave the hellos up to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
you do? Well, let me see
Well,
here.
there's something about the female voice. When a guy's saying hello, people usually grab their wallet and look for their wives. At least that's the response I usually get. Hey, what do you want? Well, now that you bring it up.
Well, if you weren't so damn flashy looking.
Hey, you got 10 grand you don't know what to do with? I got a great investment plan for you.
There you go. But wait, there's more. Yeah. Over here in the corner pocket, I don't see anybody but me loitering, and I got the duck. I got the duck.
B?
She got
RB?
the duck. Hey, that's
RB?
a ACDC song, isn't it? Speaking of ACDC, R.I.P. Malcolm. Damn it, dude.
Yeah.
We all got to go sometime, and he just went on to that place
Malcolm.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I feel so old now.
Yeah, well, he's older than you, or he was.
He's dead. Believe it or not. He's not older than me anymore. Now I'm older than he is. He's dead. I'm still here.
Yeah.
Get with the program, Miss Mary.
I know. I'm a little bit slow on the uptake sometimes.
There will not be a test after the show.
And the only reason I knew about this is because it was like, wait a minute. I opened up the RLM chat, and they were talking about someone that had died, and it's like, whoa, who? So I scrolled up. Up until I found it, and then it was like, no, shit, really? Son of a... So...
Wow, I hope he didn't get, seriously killed or anything. Just sort of killed.
Yeah, he just dead. Just not seriously killed, just dead.
Go out in a blaze of gunfire or...
No.
The military didn't nuke him?
No.
No, he
unless,
just died.
They did the slow nuke, which is what dementia is the slow nuke. Yeah.
They microwaved him to death. It took him 60 years, but they finally did it.
Yeah, well, yeah, and air is poisonous.
I stopped you for that.
Hey, I like that. Tell Bon Scott, oi, oi, oi. There you go. Yeah. Oh, man, those two are going to be shaking shit up there. If you start seeing a lot of things falling out of the sky, you know what the hell happened. Those two ran into each other and, whoa, hell's bells. It all broke loose.
No, Mary. No. That is just them taking the blame for what we do.
Oh.
Spoke.
You have spoken. Okay. Well, I'm going to look over here. Fakey book. Oh, Madison Rising is live right now. I just got a notification.
Is that good?
I don't know. I like the band.
Oh.
So, hi,
Okay.
Mark Simser. Mark Simser shared my link on Malcolm.
Your connection to the real world.
No, the cybernetic connection to the Fakey book world, which was another thing. There was a thing going around in people's message box in their Facebook Messenger, which I find rather ironic. They were sending out mass messages letting people know that Facebook Messenger is spying on you, and it's like,
Really?
do you not get the irony of this?
Finally. Yeah.
You're using Messenger to send out this message. Yeah, okay.
That's called misinformation. That is so the sheep go, hey, they're at it again. The conspiracy nuts are trying to take over.
Yeah, but if you got a cell phone, anytime you add an app to your cell phone, in the little thing, it will tell you, this app needs access to.
If I ever get a cell phone, I'll let you know so you can help me with it.
Oh, well, once they say that they need access to that, then I go into my little in the system settings, and I start dotching with that shit, and I start taking away their access, and then it puts up this little error message saying, "Did you really mean to do that?" Yes, I did. Watch, I'm gonna push this button to confirm. Yeah. Although they say that the only way that you can make it go away is to uninstall the app, but I don't think that makes it go away either. And if you're to the point where you're fearful of everybody watching you and shit, don't leave your house.
Yeah. Wow. Don't go to the bathroom alone. I mean, come on.
Well, don't leave your house. Don't do, because
right.
they're watching you all the time. Shit,
Hey,
and now you
so
got these
damn-
freaking smart appliances that are watching you. And it's like,
Yeah.
really? Seriously? You want to
You're
see that
so-
pimple?
You're so damn important that the world has to see what you do all the time. Don't you
Yeah.
understand? Yeah. It's a crock of shit. It's the Nazi Germany all fucking over again. Only because you got a phone in your hand, you believe it even better than the last bunch of idiots that believed it.
Yeah.
Because there's more of us than there is bean counters to keep track of us. So it's a story. Just like everything else. It's an exaggerated crock of shit. Whether they do it or not isn't the point. It's that they tell you they do it.
I know.
Because they went to the moon, Miss Mary. And you know what I found out?
What's
They
that?
did go to the moon. But what they did is they faked the landing so that we wouldn't find out the secrets that NASA held at the time.
Oh, hey, did
Well,
you know? I clicked over on
fuckers.
Twitter just to see if anybody else was going, oh, hey, the dorks are on. And no, nobody on Twitter is paying attention. But World Truth TV said that the first living thing with alien DNA was created in a lab. You mean
Yeah,
they
I'm
found
sure.
somebody that snuck across the border and they took some of their DNA and created something else?
You know, when they can drill for water in Africa, I'll believe all the rest of this crap.
Oh.
Hello, RLM.
Hello. Well, first, I got to say hey to them over there in the Freedoms Network. Hey, you effing people.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Grimmy's
they-
sharing us over there. And Mental is over there as well. Dude. And hey, Free was on. Hi, Free. Long time no see.
Free. Oh, my goodness.
I know. She hasn't been around for a while.
It must be a very cold Saturday in the free world, Miss Mary. We are attracting a lot of dorks today.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay, let's see. So I've done the F side. I've done Fakey Book. I've done Twitter. I've done Corner Pocket. And boy, is my backside Thor.
Oh, you're Thor. I'm so Thor I can't piss.
Nobody
Look at
over
the
on
beam.
Minds is paying attention either, and that's okay. So,
Okay.
hi to anybody over on Minds, but if you ain't listening, well, you know, that's your loss. So,
Oh, ow. Please. Wow.
ooh,
Two
ancient
little
tech
radio
and super
programs.
acoustics. Woo, they're
I'm gonna
used
start
to.
I'm
What?
going to call you Oprah Granny if you keep it up.
Oprah Granny?
Yeah,
Whoa.
2 radio spots and you think you're Oprah Winfrey now, right? What the fuck is that about?
No, number one, I wear a smaller size jeans than she does. And number two,
Oh, I
she's
would
got darker
love that.
skin, so it kind of balances out. Hey, did you know that they're using ancient high-tech super acoustics to alter our consciousness?
And have been for many, many years. They're just now telling
Whoa,
people so
whoa,
they'll think it's a
dude.
bunch of shit they don't got to worry about, just like vaccine.
Oh, really?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Wow, and
That's
I forgot
right.
to turn the volume down on that, and wow, I got all the... Of course, that was really cool, creepy sounds, wasn't it? Should I do that again?
Just remember, when you say hi to people and yell,
Uh-huh.
they don't hear it half as loudly as I do.
Oh, that's right. You got sensitive ears. Okay.
Pull your mic away like and go, "Hey, how you doing?" But don't do it in the mic.
Okay. Well,
You have been warned. If you do it, I'll talk to you for 2 fucking solid hours about absolutely nothing.
oh, Lord. That's a punishment. Okay, over here on this lovely RLM site, which is where you need to be if you want to
RLM.
participate. Because, yeah, us dorks are being dorkular over here. Barman is right up top. Hey, Barman
Barman.
Dork. How you doing, you dorkular barman? I also see Cowboy Tech is here. I hope he's hearing...
Cowboy heck?
You know, he's probably hearing dorky voices as opposed to pleasant ones tonight, and that's okay. I see Grimmy is here as well. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Shit.
Oh, Duck.
Dude, Moosey killed it. She killed it.
Your duck addiction is going to cause you a lot of suffering.
It probably is.
I'm telling you, I think you do it for the pain because you don't usually get the duck. If I was that bad at it, you know what I would do? I would stop. And I would find something I'm good at and do that instead.
Ah, okay.
But, hey, I'm just living in dreamland. Don't listen to me.
You're living the dream. There you go. Hey, Moosey's here. At least for a while, Moosey's going to have to go to work. Damn it.
She did it, yes.
I know. And yeah. Oh, Moosey's back to the old Firefox version. Booyah! Yeah, that updated on my other. And it's like, I'll play with it a while. I also see Alan B. is here. What? No torque testiculars? Well, there is a torque testiculars as well. So we got an Alan B. up here that's right above Asmo. Oh, watch out, Alan. Asmo's behind you. I also see Beth Z is here, as well as BTC Bob. And, whoa. Oh,
Z, BTC.
Yeah, Moosey's making up for Monday.
Got some Bobs to go. Not enough Bobs.
Ba 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 ba. Chalcedony. Hey, Chalcedony. And a double dip and a Chloe to boot.
Chloe.
And then Dorky Lynn. Hi, Dorky Lynn. How are you? And then there's this Graham's dork person that's just kind of loitering around here. IB Don C is also here.
Don C.
And Java Doctor 2.
We got the electrical crowd gathering today, too.
Oh, sweet. I also see JJ's is here. Hey, JJ's, are you going to be playing some acdc stuff today in honor of Malcolm? Huh? Just asking, in case you're listening. I also see Juana Taco is here.
Juana Taco.
Had burritos last night, and I really don't feel like I've got lots of fuel. Damn, what the hell?
You know, you're one of those people that can remember what you ate after you ate it. I don't have that skill. I'm feeling kind of jealous at the moment.
They were really good too. I
don't know.
Oh, you just it's just food to you. To me, it's like
out of sight, out of mind. Ooh, I'm out of my mind.
Oh, hey. Well, okay. Enough said.
You old bastard!
Hey, Meister Bra! I also see the lovely Kate is here, as well as the lovely Rain. A double dose of lovely ladies. And then here comes the RLM Fluke, who is the Vanna White of the RLM. Don't you know?
The Fluke, yes.
Yes, the Fluke.
After the show, Fluke, I'd like to speak with you.
Yeah, well she's going alakazams. You better watch it, because maybe she alakazammed your ass.
I don't want you to speak back. I just want to speak to you.
Oh, you're weird. Rob Works is here. Hey, Rob. Where's the bubbler? Yo, Rob. Bubbler. I gotta have some bubbler time, even if it's vicariously. I also see Tip Bob. Tip Bob. It's a Bob with a tip on it.
That's two Bobs. One to go.
Hey, Shannon 222, new listener. Welcome. Yay! Toot 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 toot. Hey,
Grim
Shannon.
Nailed the newcomer down so we don't lose.
Yeah, that we might scare her away. Such pretty hair, Nelson. Can I comb it? I don't know. It's so scary. Oh, man.
Where are your children?
Hey, Alan says that you eat and then shit and then forget. It's like you just flushed your brain.
Ouch, you guys are so mean.
Hey, that trusty feller is here. Trust number 1.
Number 1.
Yes, as well as Vinny. Vinny's here. Vinny from Vegas.
Vincent, how the fuck are you?
Vinny,
good interview. The yesterday, day before.
Oh,
With
yeah?
just a stranger on the street. Yeah, it was really good.
Oh, cool. I'm
About
going to have
4 minutes. A short little thing. It had nothing to do with the trial or anything that you would have expected.
just a
And
men on the street interview?
no, a woman on the street interview.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
So
Vinny
was he
was the
politically
guy.
correct?
You watch the video, and if you see blood, I must have missed something.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean? It was a good. It was a good video, and Vince has come a long way on his ability to interview people.
Yay. I will
It
check
was
it
real
out.
well done. Yeah, it's 4 minutes, and it was like, wow, you guys are doing good.
So is it on the RLM or is it on Vinny's?
Yeah, I got it off the RLM.
Okay.
Or I actually got off YouTube, and it didn't have an identifying label to it. It just said Real Liberty Media, so I opened it to see what the hell it was.
Oh.
And it turned out to be, I know the guy that did the interview.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, I know that guy. Yeah.
Vinny's a legend in his own mind.
Yes, he is.
And there's not room for us.
No, there's not. And we love him anyway. I see Phantom is in the chat as well. Hey, Phantom.
Ooh.
And Becky I am. Hey, Becky. Long time no see, lady. Also, we got a Dakota and a Dimma.
Yeah.
Double U's going on.
Oh, double D's.
Double
Boobs.
D, double double D,
A's
double
are fine. A's are still boobs.
Yeah, but see, if you see double D's, you go double
I go crazy if I see double A's too. The boob's a boob.
Okay, you boob. Dork
Just 'cause
Cakes
I'm
is
on a
here.
diet doesn't mean I can't read the menu.
That's true. Hey, Dorky Cakes. And there's that Flash Nasty guy that I'm doing this shit with. I also see Frumpy's here. Frumpy.
Hey,
Frumpy.
Frumpy.
Hey, Frumpy, you would be proud of me. I actually sat on my bum for a while this morning. Actually, it was while I was waiting for the stuff in the dryer to get done so I could put the stuff from the washer, but I only have one more load of laundry to do. Booyah.
You sit on the dryer for entertainment?
No, I sit on the washer and wait for the spin cycle.
Oh, okay. Dryer. I got him confused. Oops. You see how technically retarded I can truly be? I meant washing machine because it was funnier that way. I said dryer like a complete dork. Fuck, I hate it when I do that. Anyway, proceed.
Jehovah One is in the house.
Jehovah One.
Woo woo! I also see Kozu and Moy.
Boy.
Moy. And Ninsun Dubois is logged in,
Yes.
as well as Poxified.
Oxified.
And Papa Pon Sauce is here.
Mm.
And Sock Puppet! Sock Puppet! I saw something the other day that reminded me of Sock Puppet, and now I can't remember what the hell it was. See, I can remember what I had for
Probably
supper, but I can't
a
remember.
sock puppet.
No, it wasn't a sock puppet, but it was something
Oh,
really
that's
cool, and I
bad.
went, "Oh, sock puppet."
Well, maybe you saw some girl get slapped in the ass by a, cable installer. Hey, sock!
I also see Slim Jim Flim is here, as well as that
Slim
torqued
Jim
testicle.
Flim stuff.
Oh, that torque testicle guy, he needs to torque it the other direction. Or did he torque it to the maximum amount of pressure that, or what is it?
Excuse me, Miss Mary,
Huh?
but
Oh, shit, you're
yeah.
using that creepy voice again.
in the Mr. Torqued Testicle, we will have to speak at a later time. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Well, in any case, that's everybody. Hey,
you know
that's
what?
everybody.
If
You
you're
know
ever
what?
seeking Henry Kissinger out for advice, you might as well not.
Yeah, I don't want no advice from him. Hey, question. Does anybody know if what's his face, if it was a
What's his
Rothschild
face?
that passed in that
Oh,
accident
come
last
on.
night?
You
I'm just curious.
Really don't buy this crap, do you? These people have enough money to stage wars. Do you think they can't pretend to kill a couple of their own? Please.
Well, I don't want them to pretend. I want them to stop
Yeah,
pretending.
it doesn't. See, the game is so out of control. It doesn't
Oh,
matter.
thank
They're
you,
throwing us
Grimmy.
phones. What? Well, we're on the RLM. They're in big green and blue letters. Oh, cool.
Oh,
What is
hey.
it?
It's stand up for freedom, whatever it takes.
How do you?
That's the one
No.
that Vinny did.
Okay, that's the link. I thought you were making a statement because
No.
standing up for freedom is lame. You know, if you want to be free, don't let anybody know it, because some idiot will definitely try to get you back into the herd. The minute they hear free, ooh, it's over.
If you want to be free, don't let anybody tell you have to stand up.
Well, I figured out how to define it after all these years and years of listening and talking and playing and doing all the things it did. And I finally figured out what the definition of the word freedom is.
What's that?
And this is why none of us can have it. Well, you got to take off all your clothes for a start, jewelry, you can't own anything, and you just got to walk off. And there you go. Now you're free.
Oh.
See, that's the true definition of it that we're not told. We're told all this. Well, if you get a license, you're free to drive a car. $4 a gallon for gas, insurance, and taxes, and da-da-da. Come on.
Hey.
What in the fuck is free about the way we live?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. I thought I
But
was
you're
missing.
free to think that it's free.
Oh, are they going to send me a bill when I'm not looking?
Probably.
Oh, out loud. Hey, charge me for my happiness.
Oh, man.
What if there was a happiness tax?
Oh, crap.
You think people would pay it, or do you think they would just be fucked up instead? Kind of like it is now. I guess it wouldn't be much different.
A happiness tax. So what do they?
Not a penis tax.
What did they charge
tax.
you? What is the tax that they charge you for every
I don't
smile?
know.
You gotta.
What would qualify? Smiling and
I don't
what would
know.
a grope? Okay, so you grope somebody and they smile. Do you get extra credit for that, or?
Hey,
Yeah.
or can
Pinch
you
a
distinguish
nipple?
between a smile and a grimace? Because maybe a
Well-
grimace is very similar to a smile.
Because as we all know, one man's meat is another man's vegetable.
Yeah, it's just second time around.
Yeah, because it was decided in the courts that the human ass is a poor man's toy.
Ah, oh.
Do with it as you want.
Cool.
It's out of their hands.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I was trying to tell you a comedy joke, and it just kind of went. Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
Hey, they're not all priceless. They're going to send me a bill, a Bob, a Joe. Hey, wait a minute. No, I've got a wife here. Thank you very much.
A Billy Bob Joe.
I was watching.
Say
one of those
her name. Oh, shout out to the new listener.
Oh,
She's on a tablet. Oh, so no
that's
chat.
a whole
Well, hi,
other
Shannon 222.
just listening in on the RLM. Ooh.
Howdy,
Well,
Shannon.
Hope you put your children to bed or let them go outside to play, because we tend to get a bit randy on this program. Is that not correct, Miss Mary?
That's true, but Randy volunteered. There is no coercion involved where Randy is concerned.
I could assemble my panel of geniuses and gather them and have them all tell her all about it.
Ooh.
That was your favorite duck.
There you go, Shannon. You got to hear my favorite duck in the whole wide world. And you also probably got to hear the creepazoid voice that he does every once in a while. But welcome aboard, Shannon. And please put your table thingy in the upright position and put your feet underneath the seat of the person in front of you and kick like crazy so they get that little vibration thing going on their backside, because that's kind of fun, actually. It's, of course, I get that from the washer in the spin cycle, but hey, we're moving along.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for flying Dork Airways. This is your captain speaking. I've just taken 3 hits of acid and we're going to go somewhere. Thank you for flying with us. There you go. I'd love to hear that on a plane. That would be the best day of my whole life.
That would be freaktastic.
To be
is what it would be.
hijacked on an airliner by the pilot on drugs.
God, can you imagine?
Story to tell your friends for the rest of your life.
I know. Like if he saw something coming at that wasn't really there, but he saw it coming at the plane, and all of a sudden, boom, off to the side, and he goes, "Whoa! Did you see that?"
Yeah, he could be up there thinking he's fighting dragons and all kinds of good shit.
Hey, and speaking of dragons, damn, you are good. There's a new essential oil out called Dragon Head.
Oh, that's a sweet name.
I know.
Oh, honey, there's a new essential oil out called Dragon Head. What a coincidence. Just going to get you about 5,000 bottles of that.
Yeah, it's Dracocephalum, which means dragon head. And it's a pretty purple flower.
Ooh,
it's a very pretty purple flower. And it's very rare, so it means, and it has components like the Melissa oil, which is lemon balm, basically. But, yeah, the oil from that, it's from them itty-bitty flowers. But
got a great name, though. That's the best part about it.
I know. And
it has that sexually suggestive name attached to it.
I know.
There will be no misunderstandings about this gift, baby.
Hey, it has significant analgesic and nociceptive properties.
To this conversation, thank you. We are not talking about anal anything. No. I was going in the other direction.
Anal G's, ick.
No. There you go. And as in the dork world, when a thought comes to you, you got to say it. All there is. It has to be done.
I know it does, and you know me, I have a tendency to do that, and then you have a tendency to cringe.
Well, you interrupted my rant on the illusion of freedom to tell me about Dragonhead.
Yeah, but isn't that a way cool name?
Yeah, it definitely. I'm gonna go with that one. Yep, got to get me some Dragonhead. What? What? If you need to ask, son, you ain't old enough to find out.
That's right.
Nope. I've spoken.
Be careful in getting head from a dragon. Thanks, Grim, for those little words of wisdom.
Well, that was fun. How? With a name like that, where were you going to go with it? I mean,
well, you know, it's going to be a hot piece, I'll tell you that.
They're going to be sweating in Denmark before midnight. I can tell.
That's right, Cakes. Best wear some armor, not the rubber kind.
And not to mention, you know, the similarities between our two prospective corporations that we reside in. Mm-hmm. Do you know that there's absolutely no difference between the two?
Okay, when there's similarities and
no, there's I was being sarcastic. There's no difference between this country or the country I was in before that or the country I was born in or any other country I've ever set foot in. They're all the same.
Oh. Well, yeah, because they're all on Mother Earth. You know, they all have dirt.
No,
they all
have... Nah. I was bragging because I'm the one that went there. Right? And wherever I went, there I was.
Hey!
Right. Now, if you didn't tell me where I was, how would I know?
Oh.
And I'll give you a simple example of how far-fetched that might sound at the beginning, but I'll explain it to you. Say I was hitchhiking, And I'll give you an example of a hitchhiking trip. It was a Thursday night in New Jersey, and Sunday was Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday, evening-ish, 6, 8 o'clock, somewhere like that. And I decided to go home to go see my mom for Mother's Day. So I catch a ride. The first ride I catch is a truck, and I caught it in like half an hour. Boom, there's a truck. Right? The guy goes, "Where are you going?" Tell him. And he says, "Hey, you're going to go see your mama? Let me get you another ride." And it took me 6 rides to get within a phone call distance to have them come pick me up on Mother's Day.
Whoa.
Hitchhiking in like 1981 or something, 82, something. It was my early 20s.
Uh-huh.
And, well, in one of the trips, on one of the trucks, I fell asleep. I'd traveling for 2.5 days, so I had to sleep, right?
Uh-huh.
And I would fall asleep in one state and wake up in a completely different state.
Whoa.
Right. No, right.
So you were in a state of confusion.
Yeah, well, beside all that, I was in, say, Nebraska, going west, and woke up in Utah.
Oh.
But if nobody told me I wasn't in Nebraska anymore, I would have not known it.
Wow, you went through a couple of states in.
Yeah, but I slept through them. I've
Wow.
been up, it was a long trip. But if the guy didn't say, "Hey, you're in Utah," I would have thought I was still in Nebraska. And then my point is really simple. I know it sounds like a big hoopla about it, but until somebody else comes to me and tells me where I'm at, I don't know where I'm at. It's something I have to be told. And then after they tell me, I'm just believing whatever story they're telling me.
Yep.
So maybe they're not telling me the truth. What if I was in Mexico and they told me I was in Arizona, but I was really in Mexico?
There's places in Arizona where you can do that. Where you can, by the way, hi, Gahoo. Gahoo. Bless you. And welcome aboard, hon. Did you know that
Hansel.
in Arizona you could probably find a place where you could stand on one foot and go, "I'm in Arizona," and then stand on the other foot and go, "I'm in Mexico. I'm in Arizona. I'm in Mexico."
It's Arizona, California, Colorado, and Nevada.
No.
Well, there's 4 corners. I've been to it, but I can't remember if. But yeah, you can, and that's what I'm saying. This is all a fiction, all of it. And all we do in this life, as far as I can make of it, is to either participate within the guidelines they give you, or you bend the rules a little, make your own. And I call it making your prison comfortable, because we're all in one.
Well, yeah.
The reason I think we're in one is because there's so damn many rules and regulations and enforcers and guns and shit.
Yeah, and shit. That's the heavy one, the and shit, because everybody, not only got your own shit, but you got everybody else's shit. So there's a lot of shit. Because not everybody has guns, but everybody has shit.
Imagine this, if you will. What if my neighbor thought it was necessary to arm himself with a gun every time he spoke to me?
Whoa. That would be creepy.
That's how I feel about law enforcement. They need to be armed and equipped like freaking something out of Star Trek to engage with a civilian population, because they're afraid of us, because we might have guns.
Well,
and I think it's a bunch of shit.
I think they're more like something out of Battlestar Galactica. They're ready for battle.
Yeah, well, that's the mindset they got. That's the kind of life they want. But I didn't. So luck took me away from it, and I just kept going. Once I got off the American thing, then I just never decided to never go back to it. But I've been accused of all kind. Oh God, I've been called a tax evader. I don't pay any damn income tax. That's insane. You agree to do that. So if you pay income tax and you don't want to, it's because you consented. You should have never consented. They can't get it from you unless you consent.
And yet they tell you have no choice in consenting.
Right, but No, they tell you it's a voluntary program. They tell you that openly. They just don't tell you how it's a voluntary program. How it's voluntary is to not use it.
Okay, from what I understand, and they don't send those booklets out anymore, by the way,
Right.
or not that I know of. But it's on page 2. But they don't print page 2. They print page 1, and then they go to page 3.
Hmm.
But it's on page 2. But it's there if you want to look for it.
Well, you're dealing with a group of lying thieves.
Yes, you are.
Would you expect the paperwork to be honest or something? What's wrong with you?
Oh, well, I'm feeling
Let
rather
me close this
dorkular
door.
today. That's true,
Well,
Moosey. Try to
I
get a
don't
job
so.
without filling out the form. And
There you go.
if
Get a
you
job. Wow.
yeah, but
No, no, no,
yeah.
no. There's other ways to work without getting jobs. I mean, it depends on your talents.
True, but not everybody can do that.
Whoa, okay, hold on. Bullshit. Anybody could fucking do it, but what happens is whatever individuality you have in school, they beat it out of you as early as possible.
Yes.
They do not want you to think for your fucking self or ask a question. They want you to do as you're fucking told.
Yeah, 'cause they smooth off your square edges, by God.
Miss Mary, you might find this hard to believe, but I wasn't one of those children that just bent over and did everything he was told. I was bent over and swatted a lot for not doing it, but, you know. 'Cause in my generation, corporal punishment was normal. That was just the way things were. You got an unruly kid, you swat him a couple times. That'll straighten him out.
Oh.
See, but what it actually does is it just makes you a meaner bully. And as you mature, you just get meaner and meaner until one day you kill something.
That's then there are people that believe that they always deserve the bigger half.
Yeah, what the fuck is that about? What a bunch of greedy shit, you know?
I know.
Well, I understand it because I lived among it for so long, but to not know that there's a way out of it, you need to find that out real early or it won't help you in your adult life. By the time you're an adult, it's too late. You've already consented and signed and you're responsible for the shit that they tricked you into doing.
Oh.
Yeah, I wouldn't even get a driver's license, you know? Hell, I was, okay, in the 80s, I needed a passport to go to England. So I broke down twice and did the straw man thing. Well, 3 times counting Cirque. Ooh, I'm a 3-time strike. I'm struck out.
Yeah.
But anyway, to travel, that's how I found out that the passport's a travel document, blah, blah, blah. But what it really is, it's a way to keep track of your work if you travel. That way the government can appropriately tax you.
Oh, yeah. Every government document is some way of gaining revenue from you.
Yeah, it's all that. Not some of it's all about stripping us of every fucking penny they can get from us. That's what it's about. Fuck yeah, they keep you in perpetual fucking debt through this illegal banking system they got. Tell you it's a Federal Reserve Bank. It's a fucking Rothschild's bank. You're paying interest on your money. Your money is worth half not even half. It's not even calculable anymore what the pitiful fucking state the dollar's in.
Yeah.
And this is the place I'm from. I had a great life in America, In the last 6 years, what I left behind is just changed into this thing I don't recognize.
Well, when you're away from it, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to go, whoa, dude, is that the... case in point, going to a class reunion. Lots of classmates that I did actually interact with in high school. Lots of them that I didn't. And, every damn one of them, even though I had looked at the yearbook pictures about a week or so before going, they were all like, okay, you look familiar. but that's about it.
But yeah, who the hell are you?
Yeah, yeah. And I was going around saying,
You,
y'all need to do name tags, okay? Because
yeah.
I'm not.
Do you find it hard to believe that you'd forget somebody's name after 40 years? I don't. I forget it after 40 seconds.
Well, yeah, especially someone that you didn't really interact with. I mean, yeah, you were around on a fairly regular basis, but didn't really, because I really didn't interact much with my classmates. But
Well, Miss Mary, people would think I was rude. Because I can't remember shit like that. I don't, maybe it's not can't. I don't pay attention to it in the first place half the time. Names and faces and people and all the shit that mundane crap we do amongst each other.
mm-hmm.
I don't pay much attention to it and sort it to memory and, whoa, I remember you. It happens or it don't. And I don't know what controls it, but it's not me.
Yeah.
It's got a mind of its own, if you know what I mean.
If I try and control something, I find out really quickly that there's other things that I have no control over that come in and fuck with me.
Oh, you know what? I got to tell you a little story, Miss Mary, about my personal life here in Denmark, right? So earlier today, I was bitching about, I've had this cold. I haven't been sick in a long time. And I finally got something caught up to me. And I'm not 100%. And I was telling Mary before the show. Anyway, so I was thinking, and then earlier, I've got this new jigsaw puzzle I've been working on. So when I get into a project like that, it's more interesting than the computer and all the games in the world. I want to do the puzzle for as long as I can. And then every time I would move, Cirque would want something. Hey, can you get me this? Hey, can you get me that? And I'm getting, hey, the fuck you think I'm your fucking waiter now? So anyway, I never said anything about it, or I didn't say anything to you about that. I was just thinking about it in my mind. And then I watch her walk across the room with a cup of coffee. And I go, wow, it's a good thing I keep my mouth shut when I think crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not superhuman, and there's no reason to not talk about it. I mean, we all think crazy shit about each other. And I think what makes people more trusting with me is they know that you can't hide anything here. You're going to see it or you're going to hear it, and it's going to be what it is. And no dancing around bullshit.
Yeah.
So I have a smaller amount of friends, but the friends that I got in my life are good ones,
Well, there you go. That's what counts.
Yeah. People that understand how difficult the fuck it is to live in this fucking screwed up con game that's called freedom. It's a crock. It's a joke. They might as well just come out and fucking say, you're all a bunch of fucking slaves. Do something about it. Nobody's going to do anything anyway. The game it's too big. It's going to die eventually, maybe, but they keep finding ways to drag it down the road. And now they've got Bitcoin and this, gold prices and blah, 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 blah. Fucking nonsense. It's con games for your entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most people do not laugh at it as I do, Miss Mary.
That's true. Most people do not. But you have a very warped sense of humor.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Why would you say that?
Because you laugh at it. All the time, actually.
Okay, that's the results are the direct opposite of your intention, or the response to what your true intentions are. You're going to get what you really want. Whether you're in tune with what you really want or not, that's up to you. You got to figure that out. I did.
Well, everybody has their own personal, what they prefer or any of that fun shit.
And and mine has the appearance of being in another land, in an exotic land with a Danish woman, and to me, it's just I'm just here, visiting, and I met somebody, and this is life.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a big legal government. I don't think about any of that shit. Only reading it on the internet. Outside of the ink on the screen, it's not real. It's just a story.
You have ink on your screen? How cool!
Yeah.
And so, do you shift it around and stuff and make things do whatever you want them to do?
Yeah, I can do all that too. Yeah. And you know what? I just got hit with a rainbow trout.
I know. And you know what else? I just got a duck.
Oh, you finally did it. Yay. Mark this time. On this dork day.
I know.
Mary got it.
Gramsy Dork now has 4 ducks.
You are the duck. You are ducky.
You know what's really sad is I have more ducks as my work persona than I do as my at-home persona, which, wow, right. That doesn't say much for my work ethic, does it?
Well, it says that you can do stuff while you're playing games.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. See, I comment. I don't like to I'm not even Flash. Flash is a name, right? So I don't like to talk too much about too much personal shit on the radio. But there was this one little story that popped up somewhere during the show. I had a second wife, and she's gone now, but we had a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And this damn kid, I wanted to stay home and take care of the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Never done it before. Well, I had to figure out a way to finance it.
Mm-hmm.
And what we did was we went into the adult novelty business. And I would work on the telephone or at a computer, and I had the child on the floor playing with her toys or watching a TV or whatever. Whatever I was doing, she was doing it. Right, but it's just some reason something through the conversation just brought up. Have you had those little memories of certain things?
Yeah.
There you go. And it flashed in my mind. I remember when Bumpy used to sit on the floor when I was working on the phones. Yeah. Because I have worked, but for the most part of work, I found either cash work or created my own damn work out of whatever I was available, or I'd find something. I'll give you an example. When I was a salesman back in the late 70s, I was just a teenager, and a friend of mine liked the sound of my voice, he said. And I thought, oh, crap, what are you going all gay and shit? He goes, no. I'm a phone salesman. I want to see if you want to get on down at where I'm working. And I thought, okay, I'll try anything. And I was working for Ford Motor Company for about a year and a half before So it was like 19 or 20. Not quite 20. Between 19 and 20.
Uh-huh.
Well, what I do is find a law that made a certain product mandatory to have on a certain vehicle.
Oh.
And then I'd sell them.
Oh, so you use the system to profit off of it. I see how you are.
I've told people this in person. I said, if you really want to make a lot of money and do it legally, go find yourself a lawyer and buddy up to that lawyer as best as you can and find out what's coming to the market that's going to be mandatory, enforced by the federal government, state government, crap like that. And you invest in that.
Oh. Nah.
Yeah, well, everybody's, or there's toilet paper and tampons. That's going to make you money too.
Yes. Yes.
And if they made them out of hemp.
I know. Which is why it's illegal.
Fist.
Or one of the many reasons why.
No. There's two different kinds. There's cannabis and there's hemp.
They are both cannabis.
But one's okay.
One is higher in THC than the other.
Yeah, you're gonna play game. You're gonna play word games with me about it.
No, I'm playing chemistry games with you.
No, chemistry. Well, you know what? I also forget that there are everybody out there that hears whatever we talk about. It might not know what we know. I keep thinking we're just in the RLM, with just the people we know.
Yeah. But no,
And
there's
it
other
just dawned
people
on
out there. Yeah.
Yeah, because we had a new person come into the RLM, and I went, "Hey, wait a minute! They might not know what I think about that."
Hemp would
Where do
be awesome, but
I got
yeah.
a question for you,
What's that?
Miss Mary? Okay,
What?
and this is a very, very serious question.
Okay.
And I'm gonna trust your answer as something I could count on without even hearing it.
Oh, gripes. Okay.
Where do you draw the line between informing people and fear mongering?
Oh, wow. That's a toughie. That's a
Yeah, 'cause
toughie.
there's no answer to that because everybody's going to react differently. But
True.
but
True.
I got the idea from I was on the Informed Planet a couple of weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
And I was reading the links and it just dawns on me, what if I was a new guy and I'm thinking, wow, and this is what I'm finding out. How would that affect me just learning it at this time in life, as opposed to having known it for a while?
Hey, Rob Works just fired up the bubbler. That really
Yeah,
would.
baby.
That Well, it's like that thing that I got the other day in Facebook Messenger, which I'm laughing about it, and I just shared it on the open Facebook, which I don't think there was anybody because Facebook does censor. They do have their little codes and shit, and yeah.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
it's from 2014, and people are just now noticing. And when I saw that and looked at the date of when it was published, and then, kind of sort of got to pondering, and as I was going to post it on there, I thought, it's funny. Some things can be brought up, but you aren't going to notice it until you're ready to notice it. And so basically about all you can do is just put information out there, and then
Oh, right. No, not talking so much about the tactic. I'm talking about the result of it. How differently it must be for each person, to look at the same mess that we all call life or whatever, and then ever think that your version of what you're seeing is even close to anybody else's is virtually impossible.
well, it's
You
that
were talking about
it's
it
the
last night on
rainbow
your show.
thing. Yeah.
You were talking about it. That's kind of why I guess it's still on my mind.
Yeah. Well, no two people see the same rainbow, and no two people will see a bit of information the same way twice or the same as anyone else. And no two people will be ready to receive it as.
Oh, yeah. Take Cirque, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's very friendly and nice and all that. I'm a grumpy old man. No, I really am. I mean, it's not like I mean anything and just I'm grumpy.
Yeah, I know you're grumpy, but that's okay. We still like you.
Right, but it's not Cirque. Cirque's not. It's completely opposite of that. It's very weird. Yeah,
She's a very sweet individual.
I don't know.
And she's very smart, and I have seen her wrath from once or twice, and she can really get cranky when she wants to.
That's why now she's a grown up. She can travel by herself to Germany and everything. I didn't go with her. No, I could have gone if I'd have wanted to, I suppose. But for what?
You could have walked
Germany.
around and given Germans a bunch of crap in English, and half of them would have understood you.
But see, that's not true, because I wouldn't do it here. Why would I do it anywhere else?
Well, that's true, but
don't
you do
think
it on the RLM. I see you do it on the RLM.
Oh, I don't think picking on Hansel is doing anything bad. He deserves, asks for, or inspires every comment he gets. So, no, I get along with everybody else. No, I'm serious. Come
I know.
on. I mean,
I know.
Just like with Kaz. You're always so nice. And you're like Circle. Oh God, you guys are so nice. It's sad. I mean, not. Yeah. I guess I do mean I'm cynical and old now. So I just go, wow, I don't know how you two manage to be so fucking nice all the time. Must be a lot of work. It doesn't look like the Jewish thing to do in a time of financial crisis, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, a lot of
Uh, mm.
yeah. I saw something the other day that says if you wish to receive something, you need to give something, or give
Yeah.
that to others.
Uh,
And I just never really thought of it like that. I've just always been a pretty much a happy camper, except for when I'm not. But those times when I'm not are very few and far between.
Mary, advice isn't always, even if you try it, if you don't like something, our value systems are jacked with, okay?
Yes.
And let society dictate the way we feel about decisions we make based on how we feel, which is how it's done.
Oh
Or
yeah.
you can say, "Oh, well, I read a book," and you can say, "Well, I've been in." No, you. Every fucking thing that we do, as far as I'm concerned, maybe not the rest of you, we do. We're living on the sperm of the moment, and any damn thing can happen.
On the sperm of the moment. Okay.
So, well, what inspired that thought was Cirque was watching a serial killer um, program on Netflix
Uh-huh.
before the show.
Uh-huh.
And I was listening, I was doing my puzzle, listening to it and whatnot. And it dawns on me that in all the 58 years of that I've been alive, I have yet to ever meet anybody that resembles what's common on TV.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I've never met a murderer. I've never been involved in a bank robbery. I've never been a victim of anything I didn't bring on myself at the time somehow.
See,
By being in the wrong place and not going with, hey, I better not be here and leaving. And I went through it instead like a dumbass.
well, see, that's the whole attaboys and aw shit thing. You could have 99 attaboys, but it's
Mm.
that one aw shit that sticks in people's minds. And it's the same thing. I mean,
Mm.
out of 100 people, you'll have one person that had that aw shit, and yet everybody knows about that aw shit. But the other 99 that had all of these different attaboys, everybody's going, oh, yeah, that's cool. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Wow, that's really pretty awesome. Until the aw shit comes along. And then everybody's talking about the aw shit. That's just,
Oh,
that's
so
human nature. And it's
squeaky
a
wheel.
shitty
Yeah.
ass part of human
Stockholm,
nature. But
Stockholm, America, baby.
yeah.
To tighten those shackles, we're getting greedy.
Ooh. And see, that's another thing. Everybody's definition of greedy is different. Some
Yeah.
people
Oh,
some people
yeah.
think that you're a greedy bastard if you've got like 20 pairs of shoes. Someone else thinks you're a greedy bastard if you've got 20 bazillion dollars. Another person thinks you're a greedy bastard if you happen to have $100 in your pocket and you just plain don't want to share it with anyone else. They don't know that you may need that 20 or $100 or whatever to purchase something necessary. They're just going under the assumption that you're not going to share that with them because they asked you and you said no. They didn't bother asking why. Nobody cares about the why. They all care about the first impression. And man,
Results. Yeah, let's get some results here.
yeah.
I think that's the way I interpret it. Certain people's behavior towards me that I don't like is because they're too intrusive.
Mm-hmm.
And I can only take so much of that, and I shy away from it. So whatever the middle is, I think, is where I actually exist. But in my mind, there's a whole nother game.
Oh.
Olive, bring me a sandwich and a beer.
Ah, Alice? Alice? Who's this Alice of which you speak?
Olive, you dork.
Oh, look, there's a lumpy and a bumpy and a scrunchy and a crunchy and a
Oh.
brunchy. And
Good
yes,
Lord.
here there be dragons.
Yeah. Ooh, that dragon shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And do not piss off the dragons, for you are crunchy and good with ketchup.
Yeah. Human beings are kind of like they're like 18-year-old girls. You know?
Really?
If you're gonna
Wow.
if I'm gonna give the world a definition as far as what I think of other people, the bulk of you to me today are 18-year-old girls.
And nowadays, 18-year-old girls are what? When we grew up, 13-year-old girls were like.
Well,
So,
whatever. The point is still going to be that what they want on Monday, they don't want on Friday.
oh, you don't know very many 18-year-old girls, do you? Because that what they want changes, yeah, a lot faster than that.
Okay, the point is still that is what I see, dear.
Rob
Just like
Works
you're
put
doing.
some granny panties bud in his bubbler. Woo.
Ooh.
Dude, you better be
Wow.
careful of those granny panties, because she may have had burritos the night before.
Necessary eyewear is applicable.
That's that
Don't-
that bunchy, crunchy, scrunchy stuff.
Don't try this without adult supervision.
Yes, or at least a hairnet.
I'd apply for express written consent from Major League Baseball just to be safe.
Oh, real? Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, if you're going to be a statist, you might as well go all the fucking way with it. Because I'm not one, and I'm going completely the opposite way with it. And there you go. Life.
Talk about being a statist. Do you remember when they had all that big brouhaha about baseball and steroids? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Congress had to get involved. And
Yeah.
man, when Congress got involved, and I can't remember what was going on. Something else was going on, and I thought, y'all seem to think that Major League Baseball steroids is more important than whatever it was going on at the time. And I thought,
Well, of course.
Judas Priest, if you guys really need to justify your existence, do
No,
something
hello.
that's,
Hello, you're missing a big point here, Miss
No,
Mary.
I'm not missing a point at all.
Major League Baseball runs the fucking country for about, 6 months out of the year. It's
yeah.
one of the biggest scams that they got going for them. NFL, NBA, baseball. No, they need that stuff. And you have
yeah.
all your... Yeah, they're protecting their freaking financial interests.
Well, any professional sports, it's just like Trumpelstiltskin and the NFL players and the national anthem and the whatever,
Right,
whatever,
and
whatever. It's
that-
like, really?
That's
Who
my point. is
gives a
these-
shit?
The American public and others give a shit. They
Yeah.
support it, you crazy wackadoodle. That's my
I
fucking
know.
point about it.
And you know what?
It's too big to ever kill.
And every one of them that has expressed their opinion to me about, I'm not going to watch this team anymore because yada, yada, yada. And I look at them and say, you do realize that's part of, y'all believe in the Constitution and the amendments and shit. You do realize that that freedom of expression, as
Period.
the Supreme Court
Yeah.
put that shit out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
To
don't
which
think you need it.
my brother told me, yeah, and they are also free to deal with the repercussions of that. And I agree. They are free to deal with the repercussions of that, but everyone else is also free to deal with the repercussions of what they started.
Right, exactly. You sure went the long way for that one. Okay. I got it.
Yeah, well, it's
You get what you give. That's I harp on that every
Yes.
chance I get. Whatever
Yes.
you fucking want out of life is what you have. And if you think you don't have enough, is because greed doesn't have a fucking button to push. You got to get out and do shit.
Well, see, and that's why I really believe that these people in power, the reason why they're so freaking paranoid, and the Rothschilds and all this other fun stuff, and the
Yeah.
reason why they're always going, well, we need to do this and we need to do that because there's bad people out there. It's because they're projecting what they do onto everyone else, and they're going, well, I do this, therefore everyone else must do it as well. So I'm going to make a rule that they can't do it, but I still
they
can.
they are doing it. They make a profit doing it.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
They trade
every
prisoners as stock
well
on the exchange.
every law on the books is for profit.
Yeah, it's the only point. It's that's why I don't want any part of that. I'm not trying to make any money. I don't give a shit about any money. Got it or you don't got it. I don't give a fuck. That does not impress me about other people. So it's not a goal of mine.
Yeah, as long as I have a roof over my head, I guess. I'm just not too...
I don't know. Other people have all these expectations of me over, how whatever their version of how I live is. And it's like, I leave out a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, just to make the conversations on the chat rooms more fun.
Oh, so you do things just to instigate more fun, huh? We see how you are.
I know, you told me I should have to lick the spoon that I stirred the shit pot with, and I said, yeah, if you bring it here in person, show me this with, 3 forms of ID and proof that spoon actually was the one I used at the time. I'll lick it. But we're playing an admiralty court here, baby, and you're going to get squashed like a bug. If Lee Dork here for your attorney convenience, my God, I'm going to save you.
Uh-huh.
Hey, life, telling you, life, if you're not going to play the fucking game, there's still ways to play the game without being in the game.
Yeah, I know there are.
And, well, the fact that the people, as a group, the masses tend to overlook the black market exists doesn't mean it's not going to always be there. It's like that gun rights crap. What's fucking wrong with these idiots? Why they buy into that shit? We're going to take your guns. Look at Sweden. They couldn't find Sweden on a map. They're going to, but they don't want you to take their guns.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Don't you find it? See the things that were stuffed down our throats to fight for, that if you had to fight for it, that's gunfire and dying and shit, bullets. No, I don't want any of that. I'm too cowardly now that I've lived this damn long to be fucking around with shit like that.
Yeah.
Get my little wife in a big old gunfight. What the fuck for? So, yeah.
Why would you?
Well, why do they fall for the con about the gun law? Every goddamn time. All it does, it works like a charm. They get pissed off. They go out and buy more guns, make the gun companies richer. And, the cops kill a few more people and life goes on.
Yeah, I was a little bit slow on the uptake on that one because when Dangleberry first got selected, I was like, holy shit, they're going to... And so I went out and I bought a bunch of rounds and all this other fun stuff. And then I got to thinking, who's profiting off of this? Wait a minute here. I just noticed that... Yeah, and then you see that, like, the Social Security Administration has ordered 1 million or 500 million rounds. And then you see another one that you would think, what do they need guns for? Has ordered 1 million rounds. And you see the price go up and the price go up and the price go up. And yes, the quantities are a little bit limited, but not really that much, at least for what I was looking for. And then you start, those little dominoes start ticking and you go, they said they would do this, which made a lot of people go out, which made the demand higher than the supply. Then they said the supply was limited because they had this, which made the price go up even more. Who is making the money off of this shit?
The
Damn.
Banks, the banks make the money. All of the money. They create it out of nothing. There is no money.
Well, yes,
it's a big game.
They do make
joint
money.
Illusion, and we participate in it to eat and sleep and wear clothing and society shit.
Which is why I think we just need to do away with money. Just period. do away with it. And I've had people tell me, oh, but if you do that, then how are you going to? Well, you know what? If you do away with the mindset that actually believes it has to have some kind of piece of paper or some shiny metal thing or whatever it is to exchange for, you know, because that was the bullshit that we were sold, not necessarily we grew up in after it was already, the bullshit was sold thousands of years ago. We grew up and we are dealing with the results of the acceptance that that's the only way that things can work. No, it's not.
Yeah, but now you can blame the Jews for all of it.
Well, I would blame the Jews, but other than you, I really don't know any Jewy bastards. And so...
Well, not to say that, you know, the Rothschilds, a big family bullshit. You know, they are Jews, sure. But what gets me, how can you be part of a majority that you are and let so few people control everything you do? And you consent to it. And you consent to it because you're tricked into not knowing how you consented to it in the first place. You think that applying for something, you're begging for permission. This is what I realized I was doing when I went to get a driver's license. I was begging them to force me to abide by their rules on something I could do without it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But see, the license is insurance so that when the thugs pull you over for an infraction of their codes, that, you know, you don't get killed. But that luxury died a long time ago.
Well, yeah, the odds are.
Now they're afraid of us, so they're going to shoot you. And I got the point. Man. I'm telling you, I believe them.
Yeah. Sadly, they believe their bullshit, and there's just so damn much bullshit that's been spread out there. It's like, come on, you have fertilized it. Let's plant something that's actually worthy of growing in all that fertilizer instead of just more shitweed.
Well, I don't know how they actually pull it off here in Denmark, but the difference is, to give it a physical explanation, I would say where I'm from is barbed wire, and where I'm at is loose rope.
Oh, seeing where I'm from is, well, directly my mother, indirectly, because Dad had to participate it one way or another.
Oh, now we're
even more indirectly. Well, no, but seriously, I mean, where you're from, that's where you're from.
Yeah, I had a great joke for a guy once. You want to hear it?
What's that?
He goes, where are you from? I said, well, I started out my dad's balls, and boom, here we are.
Well, see, that was a little bit more crass than the way I put it, but...
Well, maybe so, but, you know, you're always so nice and kind, and I'm flash nasty today.
That's true.
Country. And if I want to be a negative Nelly, I can. So there.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Nothing. I'm just sitting
You know
here.
what? I'm going to tell you, I got another thing that really pissed me off. If you know what I mean?
What's that?
That freaking Las Vegas gate crap.
Okay, so what about it?
All of it. Left you hanging like a hair in a biscuit. You don't know if it was real. You don't know if it wasn't real. You don't know if it was a dream. You don't know if Jim Morrison fucking did it. You know, what happened? Here we go. And they've got, see, this is the plan to get us where 500 people can be shot in one fucking 10-minute period, and in a month, nobody gives a shit anymore.
Yeah, but they didn't say 500 people were shot.
Yeah, they did. They said 50 dead and 400 and something wounded.
Yes.
I read what I read. Don't correct me.
No, I know. That's what they said, but they didn't say that many were shot. They did not.
Well, how else do you get hurt in a shooting if you don't get shot?
You get run over by the stampede.
Oh, please. No, that didn't go that. Nobody even said that. Anyway, and I watched
No, nobody even said that, but that stampede. I've watched some of the videos too, and whether they were play acting or not, people were getting trampled.
Oh,
so,
fuck. I missed all that.
Yes, you did. And see, that's as soon as when I first heard this, and I had people tell me, "Oh, this went on," and they said 500 people were shot and killed, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
By one person? Excuse me, where was this person? No, if that person was not standing on the fucking stage, there's no way they could shoot 500 people, not one person, especially not from the distance that they were saying that it was from. So, from the get-go, I was calling bullshit on that noise. Now, I'm not saying that there weren't people killed, and there are people dropping like flies afterwards.
It's not my point.
Okay, so what's your point besides the one on top of your head?
That. I'm so far away from Las Vegas in the first damn place. The only interest I had was Vinny was there at the time.
Yes.
Other than that, Vegas, schmegas. Could care less. Paris, Rome, New York. It's all the same shit. It's just a place I'm not going to. I'm out of that shit. No more traveling. Finished.
Well, see, and I've been to Vegas, and I was there during the daytime with my children, and it looked like a very dirty, very hot place, and I was not impressed. And then I was there for like a 3-day weekend where we slept during most of the day, and
yeah, that's what you call it. Yes.
And so, bright lights, it was like, oh, okay, so it's a really hot place with lots of bright lights. And yes, I did have fun talking with people. But other than that, and the boardwalk thing, that was way cool, because they had the Elvis thing going on the boardwalk. But other than that, it was okay. I've been there. I've seen it. Now, I don't need to go back. Kind of like went to Bakersfield, California, then went to Pismo Beach, then went to Disneyland. Been there. Don't need to go back. Been there, done that.
Maybe, could it possibly be that other folk don't think like you do, Miss Mary?
Oh, I know.
Could you be one in a gazillion that holds those thoughts?
I think I probably am, and that makes me sad for everyone else.
Well, right. they got their opinion of themselves that they think everybody else is like, and they get the same thing.
I know. They feel sad for everyone else. And see, we're all just feeling sad for everyone else. I think we need a group hug.
Right. Where this shitstorm is taking us is where we don't want to go. A lot of folk don't even know they're being taken anywhere. So if you're on the RLM, like Rob Works and Grimm and Mental and whoever's here, I'm bad. Chloe, even Chloe the lefty, she knows shit.
Yeah.
And we don't have to agree on every fucking detail, but the things that you disagree upon are those are the problems that you best to leave the fuck alone. They only exist to create the divide, so that you're a lefty and I'm a righty, or I'm a communist and you're a nigger, or you're a fag and you're a doorknob. Whatever the opposite of. I didn't know where to go with that one.
And we're all a pawn.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
We're all a pawn.
Yeah, but see, life pits us against each other in very violent ways that they're on wavelengths, not physical. They're emotional fucking violence. And they prime us all the goddamn time with these fucking movies, and they make the absolute absurdity of life become normal so that whatever the fuck the society does, you accept it. No matter how fucked up they are, you'll let them continue. I don't see, I've heard you bitch every time they bring up the pedophile shit.
Yeah.
And you go all ape shit over it. Okay, well, you know what? If it's so fucking bothersome to people, why don't 1,000 of you just go to fucking Washington and take it up with the guys that are doing it? You know who they are.
Yeah.
That's exactly my point, because people just want to get on the internet and snivel about something that's hot. They don't give a fuck about anything anymore. Apathy. I'm so apathetic. I'm 7 hours east of you on the time zone.
Mm-hmm.
That's how apathetic I am towards the shithole I came out of, because the control got too much, and the population's just letting them suck all the fucking fun out of living.
See, and it would be wonderful to be able to go somewhere else and confront someone that is supposedly whatever. But I think if everybody just paid attention to what the hell is going on around them, where they're at, and clean up their own frickin' backyard first, you know, if everybody did that, and there I go being bossy and telling everybody, clean up your own frickin' yard first, then all the yards would be cleaned, and we wouldn't have to worry about going to someone else's yard and cleaning up.
Now, take that North Korea problem you're going to have in the future and use that as an example. Because I don't have a problem with... I'm American, but I don't have any fucking problem with North Korea. Never have. I've met many North Koreans when I was in California. Drank in their bars. Had a good time drinking with them. So people is people.
Yeah.
You know? But the press and the MSM, they get people so absorbed with the negative side of this, they come out of it hating people because of the corporation that represents them on the global scale. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Okay, I'll give you an example. Frumpy. Mm-hmm. Frumpy's Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what's going on. He's up to date with the news and shit on beyond my ability, but he knows what's going on. So he was saying about Trudeau made Canada the first country to be in the New World Order, and they've been at it for a long time.
Uh-huh.
He was like, fuck, this is fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Well, the people don't want any of this. It's the governments that represent you that want it, and they're out of control.
And yet, why do people even believe in these governments representing them?
Because you have too much overcrowding. You got millions of people living in central areas, and it's just too much. You don't know it because you're doing it, but once you get out of doing it, it becomes more clear if that's the direction you go in. They'll become either more clear or you'll miss it and go back to it. Because I left the city many times, but always ended up going back to another city. Go play some more, have some more fun. Then I'm going to be done with the city. Now, this time I really, seemingly for 6 years, I am done with the city. Well, no, 3 years.
See, and I lived in the Springs for a while, and that's as big a city as I've ever lived in, and that is for about a year, and that was way too much for me. I don't like cities.
London was huge, too. Ooh.
Yeah, London is huge.
That's a big fucking city. Good God. No wonder all the millionaires live there. Billionaires and trillion. You know what? All the money comes from London.
Yeah. Bank of London.
Did you know that inside of London is a whole nother world that we don't know about?
Uh-huh.
But if you get on the internet and you do your little researching, you can find out things that 20 years ago people would think you're making them up. And now you can open it up on a link and find out just like no problem. So what that told me was they can tell us the truth all day and all night, and there's not enough of us that are going to do anything to stop what's happening, to put it in a better direction.
And once again, the only way to stop what's happening is to stop participating.
All right, the people that are here are already doing the best they can to
Yeah.
not participate. It's the people on Facebook, all right, and the wealthy that can't live with it. Once you're wealthy, that's the end of that. Who wants to be fucking poor if you're wealthy? You'd have to be an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there are certain ways that ensure you can maintain your wealth. It's called work. Yeah, and work is in different forms. Sometimes it's paperwork or, dealing with people, whatever way you do it. But it's still work. Whatever you do to survive, I call it work. Body breathes. Hey, my body's working just fine. And work is not a dirty word to me. I don't mind it.
Well, work is not a... See, and there's a difference between work and having a job. The way I look at things.
Yeah, but not to everybody.
Yeah, but see, I make that distinction. Because I do have a job that I go to, that there are days when I really don't like being there, but for the most part, I enjoy the work that I do.
Yeah.
For the most part. Would I prefer to be home and doing work around my home? Yeah.
So if you didn't have to work to survive, you would not. Is that what you're saying?
If I did not have to go to a job in order to pay my bills, I would be a happy little camper here around the house. I'd have a big old honkin' garden, and I'd do farmer's market, and you bet your sweet ass. I would do my oil blends for people, because I already do that. I mean, I already...
Well, I'm a firm believer, Mary, that your truest intentions bring you your results. Whatever your results are what you wanted. So if that's what you really want, then get in tune with it, and you'll get it. It's not all about being, you got to work hard. No, hard is a matter of person. That's a matter of how you look at it.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example that might be goofy, but Cirque makes me this frothy, faggy coffee I really like.
Mm-hmm.
But the glasses are a pain in the balls to clean.
Yeah.
And she uses the dishwasher, and I don't like the way it works. Because I'm an old, grumpy old guy. So sometimes I just go, fuck this, and I'll just get the glasses and clean them.
Uh-huh.
I don't say, hey, sir, come over here and clean these glasses. If they bother me that much, I just go clean them.
Yeah.
Right. Well, not a lot of couples live like that.
Yeah. And that's kind of sad.
Not necessarily only couples, but just people that live in amongst other people. It's very rare to find a time where it's not, hey, do this and hey, do that. And I'm so used to hearing it that way that I still get mad at her when she says, hey, get me this, hey, get me that. I'm already up doing something, so it's no big damn deal. But I'm so browbeaten by my upbringing, my home, that it's hard to make that transition to comfort.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm the manly man, so where I come from, manly men don't do for others. They're manly men, and everybody does for them.
Yeah. And see, my brothers, in my family, we all grew up knowing that there are chores that need to be tended to. And in order for everyone to relax and have some playtime or whatever, the chores needed to be done. So everybody, boys and girls, pitched in and tended to chores. Now, yes, there were some chores that were boys' chores and some chores that were girls' chores. But quite frankly, I would have especially during the wintertime, I would much rather be in the house scrubbing or waxing the floors than having to be outside shoveling the driveway. So, oh darn, I have to clean the floors. Okay, I'll stay inside where it's warm.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Glad I get to be out here doing this and not stuck in there doing a floor.
Yeah, and they were out there, and it took them quite a while to do the scooping or whatever, but because they were having snowball fights or building snowmen or whatever. But they still got the chore done.
But it's all part of our indoctrination and conditioning into the game. That's what your parents do. They set you up for the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
My parents tried really, really hard with me, but they didn't succeed. And here I am, alive after all these years, but they had different ideas. They wanted me to do different things than what I did.
Yeah. See, and my mother was, my dad was very much the girls do this and boys do that. Mother was everybody pitches in, and so I learned more from my mom and thankfully, I have been accused of becoming my mother, and oh darn, that just breaks my heart.
Yeah, my old mom's all right. Alan got her moved. Yeah, Alan got her moved in the summertime back to her homeland of England.
Yay!
Yeah, so you know what? On top of being Mexican American bullshit, right? Mm-hmm. My mother is English, never became a natural American. So,
hey,
it's like legal chop suey. I'm telling you, I don't know who fucking owns me.
Oh, and they're all fighting to say, no, you own him. No, you own him.
Exactly. Right. Because on paper, I don't have a value. I'm a zero.
And so they all breathed a really big sigh of relief when you went to...
I would hope, But most people's goal in life is to be the exact opposite of what I want.
Well, yeah. Hello, Dork Cakes. He's saying hello, Mary Lou.
That's clever. Mental. That was excellent. Clever play on words. Anyway. We got interrupted. We got interrupted by a fellow dork on the Dork Table.
I know. The conscious flow had a meteor shoot through it. It's very shiny and sparkly.
Well, I did get you to answer my shitting in space question, so I had to outdo that particular question, being as you found it so easy to answer. But perhaps. Well, hey, don't let Hans fool you. When I've been beaten, I admit it. I'm whoa. But flaps. That was good. I got to give you credit where you got it coming. Holy shit. Anyway, so enough of that. That was a Dork Award from your friend Bullwinkle Moose.
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Kid. Anyway, so my little brother says I'm dumpy.
Dumpy?
I don't know. Maybe. Life is funny, just the different ways that we all see the same fucking thing. Yeah. What makes your dick hard doesn't even scratch my ball hair.
Oh.
That kind of thought.
You know what? I just clicked on Twitter, and Americans, be alert, something major is coming. I wonder if it's Major Astro.
Oh, please.
It's happening right now. It's happening.
And that's exactly what I was arguing about, is they got the pump primed, and they know exactly what we're going to do before we do it.
Ooh.
They've got the whole fucking planet so tired out on their damn fake bullshit that when they do something for real, we'll just go, fuck, tired of this shit.
Oh, Lord, this is priceless. I got to read this to you.
Oh, no, here we go.
No, this is funny. Of course, maybe I just think it's funny, but what the hell? There are major changes sweeping Saudi Arabia as we speak. The corrupt leadership is being locked away in prison. I know. Some Saudi princes are being held at upscale hotels like the Ritz-Carlton. That's kind of like the prisons they have here for them higher falluters where they go and play golf and shit. Iran is seeing what's happening and is allegedly firing missiles at the kingdom. And the Saudi foreign minister is calling it an act of war. However,
However,
it's been reported that a tribe in Yemen actually fired the missile, which was provided by Iran. Ooh, this is almost an international Peyton Place kind of thing.
okay.
There's your news flash for the day.
Well, I'm closer to Iran than you are. So
And
thanks,
I
America.
ran so
Goddamn.
far away. Okay.
Why would it? Oh, ran so far. Please. If anything, I think I'm living in United Nations land.
Are you
You know,
really?
I think so. Yeah. Queen Beatrice, come on, think about it for a minute.
But she's the queen bee.
I'm 50 miles from the queen bee over here in Denmark. So, yeah.
Hey.
I think this is, the property and not the governments. And I fuck all that crap aside. Go to the meat of this thing. I'd say that the land we're on is what they're going to protect.
Yeah.
And they're not going to protect it with physical protection. They're going to keep everybody away from it.
Are they going to do a Truman Dome?
Oh, the Danes are not known for their being welcome to foreigners here. It's not one of the things that they're so, it's a small population, a tribe.
Oh, yeah. Tribal
Split
things
up
are
in smaller groups, But
it's very cliquish.
It's not like where I'm from. Well, where I'm from is cliquish.
Yeah, but
we had our gangs in L.A. I was in the Jewish gang. Of course, they had the Mexican gang, the warlords, but I was in the Jewish gang, the landlords. Even when we lost, we made 18%. Bones heal. Count those profits. That's my law.
That's why them Jewish people have such big noses, because they're always getting socked in the nose. Swelling eventually goes down.
I don't know. My nose gets any bigger. Circuses are going to rent it out to tourists next summer.
Oh, really?
So they can beat the heat under the shade.
Pay no attention to the sudden drip, drip, drip.
The
he has a cold.
Makes me drippy. It's not raining. That feels like soup. We'll save the chunks for stew.
Ew, it's juice stew.
Yeah, it's times like this that make me relish a good Jewish wine.
Oh, yeah.
I wanna go to Miami.
See?
Yeah.
The thing, it's in my blood. What can I tell you? I mean, how do you take any of this shit seriously? Outside of a joke to giggle about, it really sounds stupid. The Jews did this and the niggers did that. And, oh, fucking hell. Will you please shut the fuck up already? Always blaming some group for what they did. Well, no.
And odds are, what's really funny is odds are they don't know a single individual that is actually a member of that group. And if they do, they're different.
Well, can you imagine for a moment, if you will, if one of the anti-war people in this town decided to take out their aggression on me because I'm American? That could end badly.
See, and that's another one of those things. These people that go out there and say, we don't want war and we don't want government and government is violence, and then they go out and they destroy things.
Oh, come on. That's propaganda bullshit. People are paid to do that.
I know they're paid to do that, but it's just one of those things where you go, okay.
It's a performance, Mary. This whole game, all the shit that you see in here is all part of feeding this illusion that we live.
I understand that it's a performance, but there's an awful lot of people out there that are, you just got to look at them and say, do you not realize... Seriously, stop and actually, just stop and disengage the emotions for about 5 seconds here, which I know I'm really good at saying this, and yet sometimes I have trouble doing it. But disengage the emotions for just a little bit and just look at and listen to, and then go, that's just fucked. Yeah.
Ouch. Why? What have I got to look at that's so fucked?
Well, you look at these, if you listen to the rhetoric and then you watch the actions and, and don't let the emotions get involved. Just listen to their rhetoric, what they're actually saying, and watch what they're actually doing. And all you can do is just sit there and go, that's just fucked. Because it's just not right. Something here ain't like the other.
Now, I cannot pinpoint a day in time that what I'm about to tell you took place, but I live by 3 simple step rules. 3 things.
What's
that? All I think. 3 things.
Okay.
And it's all I do, and everything else in life just takes care of itself.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one is I don't live on the lie. Whatever the truth is, you're going to get it. If if you're in the same room with me and you ask me a question, I'm going to tell you what the answer is. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
Okay. On the internet, I might say things I don't mean all the time to people because I'm funny or I'm trying to be insulting or whatever game I'm playing at the time. But if you're sitting in the same room I'm in, it's a whole different world. The reality is completely different. And it's just amazing to me how powerful the internet truly can be. Wow. Then she laughs.
It can really be very powerful, but just as you said that, I'm scrolling because that's what I do.
Oh, scrolling.
Scrolling, and I run across this.
Yeah.
Nobody has come forward to claim they had inappropriate sex with Hillary Clinton.
Wow. Oh, you know what? I told my brother the worst joke the other day.
What's that?
And I'm going to use my brother's name so that nobody else because he'll know I'm just fucking around. I'm not trying to hurt anybody, but I was making fun of me and him were making jokes about another person. I'm gonna let it go. We'll get past it, but he reminded me, and then I went, no, I'm not going to tell it. It was a dirty joke. I'm going to let it go. It was about one of the RLMers that I will not name because we play verbal games on the RL&M. We waste valuable fucking time on the RLM bullshitting around because we can't agree with each other about how things are. Which is really stupid because my reality is exactly the way I explain it, and I would assume his is. So he's living in the change that he represents, and I'm not. So there's really nothing to fight about, but it gives us something to do.
Well, you have a little verbal tete-a-tete, and yeah.
Yeah, it's like having a girlfriend you can't get rid of. We're broke up here, remember? Yeah, but buy me a drink.
Just don't start calling him Glenn Close, okay?
Glenn, too far. A Glenn, too far. Anyway.
Yeah. Whew. What was that? Glenn Close and Sleeping with the Enemy. That was Julia Roberts. Glenn Close and Michael Douglas. The girlfriend you couldn't get rid of.
What kind of enemies do you have there that you're sleeping with them?
Well, it depends on the night and how my cat situates herself. Like last night, she did actually get removed rather forcefully. Or at least she considered it forcefully, because she was laying across my neck with her butt right in my face.
Wow, cats.
And so it was like, I woke, because when that happens, you just wake up instantly. I don't care what how deep a sleep you're in or what. And I woke up and it was like, whoa, and just pushed her away. Well, I could, in my mind's eye, I pictured her going over my knees and landing on, because she landed on my feet. And then it was one of those very tentative one paw in front of the other, trying to scooch away, and then the leap off the bed and skitter throughout the house.
Oh, Christ. Yeah, but I got a male cat. That was a horrible visual. Man, old One Eye was fucking flopping all over me. Oh, no. The doctor would never do that to me. No.
Well, Doozer does it to me all the time because she can.
Wow, that's a pushy little cat.
Yes, she is.
I don't want a cat like that.
Rascal just lays on my feet.
Now, maybe a wife like that, but not a cat. Well, shoot for the stars is what I always preach.
Well, it's different definitions of a certain word.
Yeah, see? Because your blue is not necessarily my blue, Miss Mary. I don't know how to explain it any more simple than that. Pay attention. I'm going to have to take you to the shed.
Ooh.
Come on.
Ooh, I'm not into getting my ass whooped. Thank you very much.
Oh, there you go. She figured it out without a calculator.
I know.
Oh, yeah. So my brother's hinting at me to talk about his cat. You want me to do it?
Sure.
He's got this freaking cat, right? And he can, since he was a little kitten, he played with the damn cat, like punching with his arms and flopping him around, holding him, and the cat just goes along with it. He doesn't fight it. Mm-hmm. So you got this boxing cat, dancing cat thing going on, and the floppy cat that lets him do it.
Oh, how funny!
It's probably not so funny explaining it as it is to actually see it. But yeah, my big tough brother. Well, he's the younger one, but he's bigger and tougher and all that. And he plays with this pussy cat. Fight a boxing cat shit. Ay. How tough can you be?
Yeah, I know someone that has a cat that they go up to them and raise their palm up, and the cat high fives them, and it does the whole back and forth high five, almost like patty cake.
But see, animals, well, if you give them treats, they'll learn to do shit, so they get a treat. Or if they get a behavior, they're the same thing.
Yeah.
I read a book, Miss Mary said that an animal will take the person over the treat.
Well, and we are animals, and if we perform our little tasks properly, we get a treat, which is called a paycheck.
I'm not going to. No, thank you. I might throw my shit at somebody just like I'm a monkey, but my God, a monkey can't do it like me.
That's true, but you can't do it like a gorilla either. They got a hell of a lot more upper body strength.
They got that. Yeah, they got that throwing arm thing going for them. You know that a gorilla is a vegetarian too, right?
I thought they were omnivores. I thought they also ate bugs.
Well, okay. The point, they're not carnivores, is the point.
Yeah.
Whatever they eat is not it's not meat.
Yeah. They do eat bugs, though, for the protein. But, yeah. Yeah, because I've seen a documentary, and I don't think they trained their gorillas to read a script. I seen a documentary where one of them was digging out termites out of a log and eating them like they was something really special. And I was going, ew, yuck.
I seen a monkey take a stick and put it in the hole and bring them all out on a stick and eat them off the stick. It was the point of the program was that they were using tools to gain in their eating style. So maybe we're still waiting for that 100th monkey to flop out and go, hey, look at what I got.
I know they always say that the distinction between man and animals is that we use tools and they do not. And then they found out that animals use tools because it's not just chimps or gorillas or anything like that use tools.
No,
So-
that's not I don't.
No, but
the
that long time ago, way back when I was a
Well-
kid, that was one of the distinctions, is that man uses tools, whereas animals do not. And then they found
You were
out that
more-
animals do. And then the
You were more
distinction
gullible
was,
then.
huh?
You were more gullible back then.
Yeah, I was. What's your point? But then they changed the distinction again, and once again, that got blown out of the water. And, every time they try and differentiate humans from animals, it's like, really?
Yeah.
Just don't go there.
Fuck you.
Don't do that, because sooner or later, the animal's going to step up and show you how wrong you are.
It's just a control measure anyway. When you start giving life, different kinds of life, different value, then you must have some kind of idea you're going to destroy something. So you want to know what the most valuable thing is and kill the weaker shit off.
Yeah.
Like plants and shit like that. But stay off the breathers, Don't be whacking the cat with an axe or nothing. That would be a bad thing, Johnny.
Yeah.
So this is how they got us as people, is they have brought the sick to us through entertainment and such, communicating, and made this world that really doesn't exist real because of what they know about how to control your reactions to shit, to get you to do lame things like vote and participate in government and believe all this crap that you're told is not just told to you so they can do the shit they do. These things that happen aren't by accident. We allow them because we don't know how to stop them.
Yeah.
Game's too big. If it was a lot of small games, it would be a lot easier. But they've consolidated power, and they get groups, and people just won't let up. They got to have it their way so that you can enjoy their freedoms. And I want them to leave me the fuck alone.
And that's,
I don't want what you got. I want what I got, and I'm fine where I'm at. So keep your shit and leave me out of it.
And once again, the universe is playing along with, as you're talking, I click on a page and whoa. Because you're talking about you keep your shit, I got my shit, and then they're trying to get you to do stuff for more shit. And here's this meme that says Black Friday, when people trample others for cheap goods mere hours after being thankful for what they already have.
Yeah. Black Friday.
It's like, you must go and do this. You must do this because, yes,
Cirque thought they were staged. And I had to explain it to her that, no, that was actually what people do.
Yeah, which is why I try not to do any kind of anything on Black Friday. And that sucks.
Right. Ridiculous.
Because
What a way
it
to
totally
live.
ruined my Friday after Thanksgiving. I either stay at home or I get on the highway and get the fuck away from them.
Ouch.
I mean, I can't. Oh, that stuff makes me crazy. And my children want to go do that. And it's like, you go right ahead. You do that without me. I don't need nothing that bad.
On that kind note, is anybody after us today? We're almost done.
Yes, we are almost done. And I don't know if JJ's is going to pop on or not. And I don't believe Kira is going to be on, or Bo Diddy. I think Bo is still pretty busy. Tomorrow is Grimnir and Hal Anthony and Gary L.
Together.
No, not all together. They're just going to be bada bing, bada boom, one right after the other.
You didn't say that.
I
Okay.
know. Well, Grimnir at noon Eastern, and then directly following him is Hal Anthony with Behind the Woodshed. And then tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time is Gary L. and Gigi's Boo with The Road Less Traveled. Yeah. And then I will be on Wednesday for the Wackadoodle Wednesday, and then I will be out of here. And I want
to make a Hal Anthony comment real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't need what Hal has to offer. Does not mean I don't appreciate it, but I have no use for it because I choose to live outside of all that stuff. Mm-hmm. As much as possible. And in your daily life, nothing that you do daily really involves any of that crap in the first place. It's only when you start jumping borders and all that imaginary shit and their rules.
Yeah.
So Hal's there in case I decide to re-enter that game. I know what to do.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And there's just not a lot of people that are going to understand what he's talking about for a long, long time.
Because people will only get it when they are prepared to get it.
There you go. Whatever it is, I don't even know if I got it. I just don't see what most people see.
Yeah.
I just see it my own way. Yeah. Way different than what other people tell me.
Well, that's because you're Flasher, and you just do that just because.
Yeah. Well, you're going to come back and help me flash the RLM next week?
No, next weekend I will not be around. I will be down at my little sister's. Because our family is doing Thanksgiving the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Is it Thanksgiving again?
Yeah.
Boy, years fly by.
I know, it does. It was just freaking Halloween, and all of a sudden it's Thanksgiving. And then next thing you know, it's going to be that Christmas stuff that...
Then I'll see you 2 weeks then, right?
Yes, in 2 weeks I will be back.
2nd of December.
Yes.
When the big fat guy comes down your chimney and your ass bleeds for 3 days and 3 nights. Wait a minute. No, that was another guy.
Yeah. Well, he has an erectile issue because he only comes once a year. So, bada bing, bada boom. Oh, well. Y'all been listening to the Dork Table here on RealLibertyMedia.com, Channel 3.